So I'm very passionate about conservation. So that's what my example is about. So this is a story about the Audubon Society. And so the Audubon Society has been able to leverage remote sensing data. A lot of that comes from satellites and drones. We talked about robotics and robots. So that's definitely artificial intelligence. That's
Hi, it's Alex Jarrett with Technology Executives Club, and you're watching another episode of CIOs Unleashed, where you'll get insights, inspiration, and strategies that actually work. Be sure and visit us at technologyexecutivesclub.com, where you can get your first masterclass workshop on demand worth $297 for free. That's technologyexecutivesclub.com.
Artificial intelligence that's taking pictures and using computer vision to collect data, and then you have like Landsat data coming from satellites. And you can collect all of this data, and you can integrate all of this data, and you can process all of this data using GIS tools. So like Esri's ArcGIS, and there's some open source alternatives like QGIS. And then basically, the cool part is how you go from the beginning of just getting the data, acquiring the data, processing the data, analyzing the data, and visualizing the data all together to tell a story, right? And so basically what the Audubon Society was able to do is use these tools, collect the data, process the data, analyze the data, and visualize the data to get additional, well, first of all, to prove out what they're doing, the efficacy of their efforts. So they're focusing on migration patterns of birds, and they're trying to show how landscape changes and climate change impact biodiversity and migration patterns. And for those of you who aren't aware, the biodiversity and the climate change issues that we're experiencing today, particularly biodiversity loss, have significant implications for our supply chain resiliency. So there's definitely a connection there. And so they were able to show how the work that they're doing, the conservation initiatives, are helping with their goals of being able to, first of all, monitor and track a lot of these migration patterns, but also from a more futuristic view, be able to say, okay, what are the types of strategies that we need to employ to increase or at least not continually decrease biodiversity loss. So they were able to prove that out through for AI, data access, BI, all of it, and get additional funding. And so that was able to secure them the funding that they have to run their programs. And so,
Wow.
I think right now, conservation, environmental sciences is one of the areas where they're really starting to embrace the technology and harnessing the power of that. Unfortunately, the funding for a lot of these efforts is what holds a lot of these groups back.
Hi, it's Alex Jarrett, and thanks for watching another episode of CIOs Unleashed, brought to you by technologyexecutivesclub.com. If you like today's episode, be sure and comment to join the conversation, and like, share, and follow. And don't forget, visit us at technologyexecutivesclub.com, where you can get your first masterclass workshop on demand worth $297 for free. That's technologyexecutivesclub.com.